Hey guys, Chad Taverny here with Vantage Point Outdoors, and in this video I just wanted to discuss fatigue in traditional archery and how that can affect your practice sessions. Alright guys, now like I mentioned, I just wanted to go over a tip for you this week, and that's dealing with fatigue in traditional archery. And it's something that you do hear about, but one aspect where I find it's really affecting my own practice shooting is if I just shoot and try to shoot dozens and dozens of arrows in a short period of time. And what I've kind of discovered is that if you practice too much and your muscles start getting fatigued and start getting a little bit weaker, it affects your shot sequence, it affects your form a little bit, and it can definitely throw your shot off. And of course, when you're practicing and maybe you started out good with your first 3-4 shots, and then your shots kind of get off course, and of course you're working, you want to keep shooting because you want to correct this issue that you're having. But every shot that you take, you're getting more and more fatigued, your muscles are getting more fatigued, and it's affecting your shot all the more. So what I've actually done the last several weeks in my own practice sessions, which I think is helping me, is I'm only shooting one arrow, and I'm giving myself a pretty good rest in between shots, anywhere from 3 minutes to anywhere from 20 minutes. I'm basically always trying to simulate that one shot scenario where your muscles are cold or relatively cold, and you have to make that one shot, because let's face it, that's what's going to happen in a hunting situation. And like I said before, all of my practice sessions are geared towards strictly becoming a better bow hunter. So what I do is I'll shoot an arrow in my basement. Right now I'm in the basement shooting because it's so so snowy up here. We've got over 3 feet of snow now. So I'm shooting the one shot, going upstairs, I'm watching TV or doing whatever around the house, going back down into the basement 10-15 minutes later, shooting another arrow. And I'll just I'll do that. So I'll only shoot 4 or 5 arrows over the course of an hour or better. But I just think that that's a better form of bow hunting practice than just sitting there and just rifling off shot after shot after shot after shot and trying to group arrows. And I just find myself that and I'm certainly not overbowed by any stretch of the imagination. And that's one word that I think it's used too much, is the word overbowed. I'm drawing 54 pounds on my whip, and my Bear Grizzly I'm drawing 55 pounds, and you know what? I don't have any issue drawing those, drawing that bow. But on the flip side, if I try to draw that bow and shoot that bow 50 times over the course of 15-20 minutes, then yeah, my muscles are getting a little bit fatigued and it's affecting my shot form. But you know what? That's not a hunting situation for me. I'm only going to be shooting my bow very, very sparingly when I'm out there hunting. So I don't think you can just say that, well, you're overbowed if you're getting fatigued. I don't think that's the case at all. I just think that you want to kind of reduce the number of shots you take if fatigue is becoming a factor. If fatigue is not becoming a factor, then keep shooting. But when you're shooting, if you think that your muscles are getting fatigued, and that fatigue factor is starting to affect your shot form, despite how you're shooting and how you feel about it, give yourself a break and come back 15-20 minutes later and try it again. So I think that by reducing the number of shots that you're taking and focusing more on quality practice over quantity practice in terms of number of shots that you take, can certainly help keep your muscles from getting fatigued and will help you become a better bow hunter. As always, I want to thank you for tuning into the show. I will see you next time right here on the VPO Minute.